So when I arrived here, I noticed people were sitting at the stop bar for no reason. They finally got their green light, but it seems like the lights were cycling all around for no reason. So I stuck my head in the cabinet, and I noticed we have detection loose here. I noticed that my detector cards were all dark. So the appearance is that they have no power going to them. But if you look at the power supplies, you have 4 fused channels and they're all powered on. That one and that one. So that tells me that there's getting power to the detector cards. However, they're not lit up. So what happens when there's no power, or the appearance that there's no power to the detector cards, they act as if it's a failed loop, and we get constant calls into the controller. Let's go down here. Let's see here. Let's actually go to the screen where you can see it. And it looks like we got calls on 2, 4, 6, and 8. And I can tell you there's not traffic on all those. The only thing I know of that would keep a card from actually turning on is loss of power. And there's also on the back of each card a detector reset function, which allows you to internally actually reset the card. Now what can happen is if whatever the trigger to that detector reset is stuck on, the appearance is that these will be dark. Now if I break open my prints, you can see here that each one of these cards, we'll be back up here. On our detector pin assignment, you can see that the letter C is the reset. And if we go to each card here, detector 1, 2, 3, 4, we'll start there. You can see the C. Each one of these goes to the X panel. There we go. See, they all well, basically they all go to the X panel. So if I come over here to the X panel, there's all our detector resets that go to each one of those cards, and that feeds up to DT18B. So if I go up here to DT18B, so you see X25, so it went down, that wire goes down to that detector reset panel that would reset all those cards. Well, let's just keep working our way back. You can see it actually jumpers over to DT18A, and let's see what that does. So following this back here, it does two functions here. The 18A, if we go up here to our D connector pin assignment, that actually is, let's see here, DT18. 18 is a status 3. So that assigns or will log into the controller alarms log a status 3 call when a detector reset is called upon. So you can see if the, based on your programming, if you call a detector reset, it will notify you in the alarms that that's been called. But it also does another function, because it jumpers over to DT12B, and if we go over to DT12B, that's 32 actually. So if we go to 32 on our pin assignment, that actually is a TBC aux3. So that is actually where the call is coming from to reset the cards, because you could call up an aux3, put out that output, and it's supposed to pulse and reset the cards. However, if that gets stuck on, you have what you have going on here, and that's a bunch of dark cards. Just to prove my theory, since on the controller the D harness is connected there, if I pull that D harness, that should drop that call going over to the D panel, which feeds down to the detector resets on there. So, let's see if you can get enough view here. If I pull this out completely, you should see these come on. If I can get far enough back. Well, look at that. They all came on. And that's unplugged. Now, sure, those are working now, but the problem is other functions come through this D harness and output from this D harness. So I need to put it back in. However, when I put it back in, you can see they all drop. So the next avenue that I needed to pursue is going over to the output of the D panel down to this reset panel. There's your one lone wire that's calling all of those detector resets. If I undo that wire, then that should free up the cards and we can still keep our D harness connected. So our cards are still dark. We'll go down here and we're going to disconnect this wire. And as soon as I pull that out, you should see the cards come back on. Get back far enough here. Wires out. Detector cards are working again. So I can go ahead and tape that up. Not worry about these detector resets anymore. My predecessor was known as a mad scientist. He loved to, we'll just say he loved to use the full capabilities of a traffic signal cabinet. But that was all based off having a serial radio connection that was actually functional. It no longer is functional, it's dead. That gave him the capability to log in remotely. He could call up that aux3 call and manually put a reset in to these cards if the complaints came in that they were stuck on. However, something's gone on with this controller now, so it's constantly outputting this detector reset. So no need to use it anymore. One, because we don't have a radio in place. Two, because something's gone wrong in there. So there's no need to call the resets anymore. And other than that, the actual controller's working fine. But I just wanted to show you, what else could cause a detector issue or give the appearance that there's no power. It's that detector reset.